How you guys doing out there in YouTube land? So my channel is very abstract and about a bunch of miscellaneous topics and stuff. And the reason why I believe it has value to it, guys, is because I'm coming from a different time and place in the world, and things have changed a lot after the advent of cell phones, internet, and all these other kind of things. And I think that even though I sound like a freaking punch drunk, slurry drug addict or some kind of freaking boomer, I think I have some advice for some of you guys out there, young or old. And let me just ramble off the freaking bat. Like, let me just off the cuff or improv or whatever, just talk. And if you take any kind of tidbits of information from this, thank God, and it helps me cathartically just regurgitate my past to myself to learn lessons I should have learned a long time ago. But this video is about how rules are stupid, how rules can get you killed. I never had brothers and sisters, and I come from a very tumultuous or very dysfunctional home. And I've pretty much have done things always my own way. And I do believe that I believe that the only rules that we should follow are God's rules. And whether you're a Christian, a Buddhist, an agnostic, an atheist, or even a Satanist, I believe you know deep down what God's rules is. Like, if you don't need to eat it, you don't need to kill it. If it hasn't done you any wrong, you don't need to fuck with it. You don't need to be a bully. Respect other life. Don't take what's not yours. The whole 9 yards. You know what's right and wrong. And if anybody is planning to do wrong, they will find a fucking way to do wrong. So making a bunch of rules, a bunch of superfluous, extraneous rules for everyone to fucking follow only puts bad people at an advantage because they'll find a way to circumvent those fucking rules. And rules are fucking stupid. So, all in short, man's rule, people's fucking imposed rules is fucking stupid. And we need to abolish that shit and only care about God's rules. Let me give you some context. Like, for example, I was a pretty good athlete, right? I was a martial artist, whatever. I'm not saying I was professional, but I was like professional level within 3 rounds, meaning like, getting tired eventually. But listening to coaches usually almost got me killed. The last time that almost got me killed, I'm not a good wrestler. Wrestlers do this move where they will drop down. It's called changing levels, and they will tackle you. It's called a shoot. A shoot in MMA, for example, or regular wrestling. A shoot in pro wrestling is something completely different. You get the point, right? So anyways, today, how rules almost got me messed up. Right now, some crackhead was trying to talk to me, right? And they're trying to get me to roll the window down and shit like that, right? And they act nice. This dude is coming and he's trying to say, like, he's offering shit, like, to sell. And then it went to, like, he's not just selling it, he's giving stuff away. And then he catches a conversation with me. He takes advantage. I'm kind of nice and reciprocated, falling into a casual conversation with them. And then he wants to give me a gift. What he wants me to do is roll my window down so that he could put like a knife to my throat or grab my wrist. Kind of a big dude. He doesn't know I'm a big dude too because I'm sitting down. Grab your wrist so that you kind of have to struggle you have one hand busy while they put the other hand over your hand to unlock your door, right? So what could have I'm also giving advice because I'm supposed to be a big guy and I can handle that, right? What I'm trying to do to give advice is, you guys, this isn't really a real gun. This is what they call a non-lethal pistol. This shoots rubber balls, hard plastic balls, metal balls, or balls full of pepper spray in people's grill, right? Right? And I didn't just have that. I live in a dangerous area like the Desert Valley of California and all that. That thing was buried. It was buried like underneath my passenger seat. I just cussed my brains out trying to find it. And luckily, I also found my earplugs, which was under the sink. These help me go to sleep. These help me if I'm having headaches. They'll help you too if you're having migraines and stuff like that. That whole thing. How many times? I can't even count how many times that I would be talking to a crackhead, but hey, bro, just be advised, man, that you're cool, but I'm not stupid. How you doing though, my big dog? And like, that guy, if he saw this, he would be trying to catch a long-winded conversation with my ass. He would just find an excuse to say that he's busy and I should have a nice day. The reason why this non-lethal pistol was, as you can see, this is a non-lethal pistol. There's no way to rack a slide. Look at, to prove that it's not a real gun. Every semi-automatic, every kind of non-revolver type of pistol has a slide you can rack. No matter what kind of safety mechanisms may be on, you can always pull or rack the slide. So that's actually not a real gun. But people that are crackheads and stuff, they're not going to know the difference. And all they know is that shoots something. So, again, hopefully this person in their car didn't see that. The reason why that was buried underneath my sink, I went to go get breakfast this morning, and the little chickie's like, "Can you pull around and wait in the front of our building?" It's so annoying, and they weren't even busy. And I had a feeling it's because she saw that non-lethal pistol, and she's afraid maybe I'm going to rob them or something. So I just gave two examples of how following people's rules can get you fucked up. Once upon a time, I just gave an example how I was doing a hard sparring match in martial arts. My coach kept bitching at me, shoot in, shoot in, shoot in, shoot in, shut the fuck up. So I eventually went to shoot in. I smacked my neck against the guy's fucking body. Everybody heard a loud pop. I thought I probably did, for all I know, break my neck. And luckily it didn't make me paralyzed or something. Everybody heard that loud pop. I went screaming, and I fell in like a fetal position screaming. And like it took me a few seconds to start thanking God that I can move all my body parts and shit. Today, I almost got probably extensively mugged because of respecting the fucking chick at McDonald's and shit like that. And I don't know how many times. Let me give another example, okay? I am not anti-police. I'm about to, in pro wrestling terms, put police over, meaning make them look good. Not that they don't already look good compared to a scrubby person like me, but I don't know how true it is. I saw some memes on Facebook. I guess that's the gospel truth, right? Yeah. It was like making fun of how if there's like a terrorist attack, police have been known to kind of just chill in the cut. They assess the situation way too long for the civilians' liking, that they don't get in the mix right away. You know, because they're paid professionals and they don't want to die right away, and they want to go home to their families, right? I kind of understand that, but a crazy person like me, that's benevolent. If there was a terrorist attack going on, I would want to help the police out. I'd probably get shot on accident looking like the bad guy. But I was recently, I was going to go pick up checks for people at my job, and there was this ghetto bird that means a police helicopter, and it kept circling, and it was saying things out its intercom I couldn't decipher. But I'm waiting for the coworker to get done with some customers so he can hand me checks for people to go distribute those checks to. I kept looking at that ghetto bird, and it's just circling and circling and saying something and something and circling and circling and saying something. Oh, by the way, what I meant by putting cops over is already forgot what instance it was, but recently, this is 2023, there was a terrorist attack from like a poor girl. She was the terrorist. She was a tomboy. I believe she was gay. She wanted to be a boy. And she terrorized a Christian school. And the police got in the mix real fast. And the police responded in that town really fast and took out the terrorist. So I don't know if these memes are true about cops hanging in the cut and taking too long to respond. But I was thinking when I saw that ghetto bird circling and circling and circling as I'm waiting, I was like, hey man, that looks like the North City High School that person, like that area that he's circling, it seems like the high school that's around here. And a crazy person like me that's benevolent, that has no family, like I don't have kids to worry about, I would want to drive the fuck there. And if police are having trouble locating the subject or getting to the subject, I was like, man, if I had my guns with me ready to go, like if there wasn't all these stupid rules about having them locked and secured and unloaded and the ammo separated, another locked and secured box, it's separated. Like, and I believe in this state that I live in, if you haul firearms, real firearms, they have to be locked and disassembled and put away, and the ammo likewise has to be locked and separate. I was all thinking, man, I was like, if these good police officers are having trouble getting to the subject, would they let a person like me just straight up arrive if I was able to be armed, jump over the police tape and enter the school, even though I have studied, like, hey, try not to shoot past the subject, try not to have ammo that shoots through walls, try not to have collateral damage, right? And like I was thinking like how long it would take me to go home, get my weapons ready, throw it in the vehicle, run over there if I don't even get a speeding ticket or stopped, and like, why do you have weapons? And if I were to instead wanting to commit a nefarious act instead of a heroic act with those weapons, where there's a will, there's a way. So having all these unnecessary rules and regulations, it stops it makes good people in danger by just, I gave an example. I didn't have my non-lethal pistol ready to deter this crackhead subject that was obviously up to no good, starting a conversation with me for no good reason. Or, what do I just say? In case there was a terrorist attack, a concerned citizen like me could help the police respond. Those police officers, they have family, they have kids. I don't. If I accidentally hit collateral damage, that would be on me. But I would want to get in the mix and help out and possibly save some kids, because it would be an instant. Not only would it be an accolade, I could put on a resume, I do security, that I helped out saving people off duty, as if I was an off-duty police officer going above and beyond my pay grade. But not only that, but it could possibly open doors to be on TV and stuff like that. And we live in America. In America, people make money not just from working with their hands, but from, being on YouTube or whatever, which I don't think I'm going to make that much money at. I haven't made any money at it at all. But I appreciate you listening to this boomer. It's cathartic. But this is coming from a person who's from Generation X, where it's the last generation that we live by our own rules. We don't believe in people telling us what the fuck to do. And coming from a person that never had curfew, never had parents really breathing down my back or stopping me from doing whatever I wanted. I just thought I'd throw that out there as some examples of how people make people's stupid ass unnecessary rules could get motherfuckers killed. I could only think of, like, let's say, I remember, like, this one, my friend's mom, she wouldn't let her kids eat past a certain time before bed, right? And albeit that's kind of healthy and it keeps your kitchen clean. She just wanted to do it because she didn't want to clean a mess. She didn't want to clean the mess of the kitchen of midnight snacks. Maybe it brings cockroaches. Maybe, it can add to the kids' dental bills. But also, at least one of her kids was getting into weightlifting, bodybuilding, and he wanted the extra meal to, like, bulk up, to gain muscle. And women aren't going to understand that, a little mom isn't going to understand that, when I was growing